Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining our webinar today. My name is Kayla Salzman. I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager for Living for Zachary. I'm joined today by Kelly Darwin, a Living for Zachary board member, and Catherine Hall, a representative from DeFib Tech. We are so excited to be sharing some information with you guys today regarding sudden cardiac arrest and the collaboration that we are having with the Southland Conference. On today's agenda, we will be going over the Living for Zachary mission, what this partnership means with the Southland Conference, and going over some general awareness about sudden cardiac arrest awareness. And we will be also covering AED use and coverage, but with Catherine Hall. So now I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Kelly to go ahead and talk about Living for Zachary.
Hello, thank you so much for that warm introduction, Kayla. I'm so excited to be here and share with you all about Living for Zachary and the Southland Conference partnership. The Living for Zachary mission is to raise awareness and prevent sudden cardiac arrest in youth. This mission was formed out of one of life's darkest moments when Karen Shiraw lost her son due to sudden cardiac arrest in 2009. Zach was only 16 years old when he collapsed at football practice at Plano East High School. Only a few short months later, Karen founded Living for Zachary. Today, Living for Zachary fights against sudden cardiac arrest in youth through a multifaceted approach. Our programs today include heart screenings, CPR and AED certifications, awareness events, AED donations, and student scholarships. We are honored to show these numbers and look forward to them growing each year. In August of 2023, Living for Zachary and the Southland Conference launched the beginning of a great collaboration that places AEDs at universities and provided free CPR training to conference staff. The collaboration was announced at the Nicholls State versus TCU football game on September 9th, 2023. Participants in this program include 5 Texas schools and 5 Louisiana schools, including Houston Christian University, University of Incarnate Word, Texas A&M University Commerce, Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, Lamar University, McNeese State University, University of New Orleans, Nicholls State University, Northwestern State University, and Southeastern Louisiana University. All participating campuses will receive one outdoor AED that will be brought to games and practices to be used rapidly in the event of a cardiac emergency. The Southland Conference compliance team has been certified in CPR and AED use by Living for Zachary in September of 2023. Each campus has unique needs, and we're here to help with those. Campuses will receive aid in the development of a cardiac emergency response plan, determine if additional AEDs are in need, and in the future, look to place an outdoor save station near the sporting complex. The outdoor Living for Zachary save station is a highly visible tower that contains the outdoor AED. This tower protects the AED from the elements, is climate controlled, weatherproof, and has lighting. Save stations are easily accessed from the field or stadium. So let's talk about why the implementation of this collaboration is so important. What is sudden cardiac arrest? SCA occurs when the heart stops without warning, making it unable to pump blood throughout the body and causing the person to collapse. It's important to note that sudden cardiac arrest is different from a heart attack. So SCA occurs when the heart suddenly stops, and a heart attack is caused by a blockage in the heart muscle. We also want to note here that sudden cardiac arrest is most prevalent amongst student athletes and carries a 90% death rate in victims. Through educational programming such as this one, your school community becomes more aware of what to look out for when it comes to a cardiac emergency. A few signs and symptoms of SCA to look for are sudden collapse, no pulse, no breathing or gasping for air, loss of consciousness, or non-responsive. The most important next step for you is to seek help and call 911 immediately. Sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death on school campuses and for student athletes. Living for Zachary and the Southland Conference partnership is addressing the need for comprehensive cardiac emergency response planning on campuses. We are committed to taking the next step to help your school be better prepared to prevent and to respond to cardiac emergencies should they strike. Saving lives is going to take each one of us. A quick testimonial here is during football practice, Zach suffered from sudden cardiac arrest and unfortunately was not resuscitated there on the left. And then also you can see here, Amanda and Joe suffered from sudden cardiac arrest while at school. And we're happy to announce that today, Amanda and Joe are both attending college because of the presence and use of AEDs and CPR trained individuals around them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kelly. I will now pass it over to Catherine Hall with DeFib Tech.
Hello, everyone. I'm very excited to be here on behalf of DeFib Tech and tell you a little bit more about sudden cardiac arrest and the need for an AED. So first off, I really want to stress the importance of why you need an AED. So as mentioned, it is the #1 cause of death on school campuses and of student athletes. So you really do have to be prepared. It's about 350,000 to 400,000 deaths every single year. So this pie chart right here kind of really shows the significance. Everything listed on the right side, we hear and see all the time, but all of those deaths combined equal the deaths from cardiac arrest alone. So there really is a need for an AED and you really need to be prepared. The first moments are very, very crucial because as previously mentioned, 90% of events do lead to death. So chances of survival decrease 10% with every single minute. So the sooner you can get an AED and call 911, the better, especially when you can deliver that defibrillation within 3 minutes. Those are best case scenarios. And especially because these EMS response times are ranging from 7 to 14 minutes or longer, these AEDs help save that precious treatment time. So here is the chain of survival. So there is 6 links for sudden cardiac arrest. The first one being that victim falls to the ground. As mentioned, they're either gasping for breath or they're unconscious. You're going to activate that emergency response and call 911. Then you are going to begin high quality CPR compressions. And 3 is key. This is when the AED comes into place and you deliver that defibrillation. So as you can see from those first 3 steps, it's all done by the lay rescuer. Step 4 is advanced resuscitation, then post-cardiac arrest care, and finally recovery. So I want to be very clear that these AEDs are super easy to use. So they're here to help you. They're not going to hurt you. If I were to plug one onto me right now, nothing would happen because I don't need a shock. So they're easy to see. They're bright yellow, or as in that picture, the bright yellow case, and they do all the work for you. So you're simply going to press that big green button, hold it for a second to turn it on, and the AED will immediately begin speaking to you and letting you know exactly what to do. It'll walk you through every step. It's kind of like your little saving buddy. It'll let you know when to put the pads on. If a shock is needed, it will let you know. And it'll also count out the really loud metronome for the CPR beats so that you can stay on track while you're doing those CPR compressions. And finally, if a shock is advised, that red button on the bottom will flash and it'll tell you to press the flashing shock button. So really, really easy to use, simple and intuitive, really durable, and it's nice because you only have that 1 or 2 buttons. So don't be afraid to use it. And I'm really excited to hear that you're going to be prepared on all your school campuses.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Catherine. We are so thrilled to continue with our partnership with the Southland Conference. Thank you so much for attending this event and for making yourself more aware of sudden cardiac arrest. Thank you.